Hey YouTube, it's BudgetBugout. Today we're going to be talking about the top 5 everyday carry budget knives. Stay tuned! Hey guys, thanks for watching. I'm going to try to go through these quickly, just so that the video's not real long and boring, that kind of thing. And I'll leave the details for the knives that I'm going to be covering in the description box below. So that way I don't miss anything while I'm kind of going over these knives, okay? So the first knife that I'm going to be going over is, as you probably guessed, this is the Spyderco Persistence. And the Persistence is basically the smaller version of the very popular Spyderco Tenacious. This knife is, all of these knives are $30 unless I say otherwise. And this knife is just a great knife. It's really hard to beat. Got amazing jimping right here, which provides a really good grip, a really good purchase on your knife. It has this nice groove right here so that you can compress it and then close it very easily. You can open it very easily. I like opening it that way. You can also just push forward on your thumb and open it that way. The pocket clip is adjustable. You can move it to any side of the knife that you want. This is best for right-handed people, so if you're left-handed, I have other knives here that would be good as well. Now, if you're not used to using knives that are for right-handed people. It also has a lanyard hole too. This is made in China. The next knife that I'm about to show you is also made in China as well. So for those of you who don't like Chinese products, there are other quality knives out there as well. But this knife, the next knife I'm about to show you, is the Kershaw Cryo. This knife, as well as the other one that I just showed you, the Persistence by Spyderco, are both made out of 8 CR113 correction. 8 CR13 MOV steel. And this is a good steel for the price. It's easy to sharpen, hold the edge for a good amount of time. Also has a very good jimping, which allows you to have good purchase on your blade. There's a little bit of jimping down here as well. And you're not going to be able to get your whole hand on it, but this knife, the appeal of this is how solid of a knife this really is. I mean, you can probably just tell that this knife is all but indestructible. There are videos that showed this knife trying to be destroyed by putting a lot of weight here, clamping down on this, and seeing how well the lockup holds, and this knife just passes with flying colors. Same with the last knife I showed you as well. So I'll include a link to that video for those of you who are curious about that knife video. So it also has a really good pocket clip. Last one's pretty good pocket clip, but this one, I really like the deep carry option. Whenever you put this knife into your pocket, it'll really just disappear into your pocket. This is also a reversible clip, so if you wanna carry this differently, you can. But if you carry it tip up, then a little bit of it will be showing, so you won't have that same deep carry option that you'll have if you carry this tip down. Tip down is just talking about the tip of the knife, where it's pointing. Frame lock knife, which is really cool. I really like frame lock knives. They do better on average than liner lock knives like the Spyderco Persistence I just showed you. As far as the strength of the lockup is concerned. It has a very open handle. It's very easy to clean. You can just take a Q-tip with some oil and clean that on the inside really good, or some compressed air. Really good. It has a little lock bar right here, which keeps you from overextending the frame lock whenever you're closing this. So for those of you who like frame lock knives, or for those of you who like flipper knives, this is the knife for you. So that's the Kershaw Cryo. The third knife that I'm going to show you, I keep it in here when I'm wearing it. When I'm not wearing it, I try not to keep it in this. For those of you who don't know, if you keep knives in leather, then it will actually accelerate the corrosion process. But this is the Buck 110, the classic, folding knife. This is the knife that's most imitated in the world. For my understanding, it's the most imitated knife in the world. This has a lockback folding lockback knife as far as the lockup is concerned, and I'll show you that in a second. But it's not as easy to deploy, meaning not as easy to open, because you have to use that nail flick right there in order to open it. So it probably takes 2 hands. This is a little bit of a bigger blade. Like I said, all the details will be in the description box below as far as like blade measurements and type of blade steel it is and everything. This is made in the USA. This has the Buck Promise, which is a lifetime warranty for this blade. As you can tell, mine's a little beat up. They refer to, in the knife community, it's referred to as a beater knife if it's a budget knife. And that's one of the main reasons for having a $30 knife, is because you're going to, use this knife as a tool rather than, oh, I have a real expensive $70 knife or $120 knife. I don't want to use that one as hard. If you have this kind of knife, you loan it out to your friends. For them to, who cares what they do to it? You're going outside, out camping, hunting stuff. If you lose this, you lose it. As long as it doesn't have any sort of sentimental value to it, it's not going to bother you as much. So, like I said, the way that you close this is just by compressing on that lockback, and then it'll close right like that. So this is the third knife that I highly recommend for in this category. This is the Buck 110. The fourth knife, not all of these knives are going to look the same. This is kind of a spectrum, because these are all knives that I was pulling out of my pockets and pulling out of my bags, or pulling out of the places where I like to sit. These are all knives, or pulling out of my keychain in this case. These are all knives that I use often. So the last one is more for camping, outdoors types of stuff. This is more like everyday types of use. The category is everyday carry knives, but I really do use this all of the time. Not just for opening mail, but I'll show you these other capabilities. So this is obviously a Swiss Army knife. This is the Victorinox Signature, and it has the little pen knife. It has a little bit of gunk on it for opening, I think, a package recently. So I'll need to clean that. It also has a nail file right here, as well as a flathead screwdriver. You can see that. And on this side, it has, these also have nail flicks to help open it, just like the Buck 110. It has a little pair of scissors, which is great for cutting little threads and whatnot. The reason it's called the Signature is because just by utilizing this little sliding bar right here pops up a little pen, and a little paper right here, actually. So pretty cool that it can write. Just attach this to your keychain. You always have a pen. What can you say? The only thing better than that would be to have it, also be a flashlight, which it is. This is a pretty cool knife. A lot of people are like, Swiss Army knives. The best one is the hiker. The best one is the cadet. I'm like, I don't know, guys. This is my favorite Swiss Army knife. For those of you who like toothpicks or tweezers and stuff, and you have to have that, go with a different one. If you need to have a little mini saw, go with a different one. But I use this thing all the time, and I haven't really, I really wish I had a toothpick right now. But you know, everyone's different. There are people who, some friends of mine who don't like that knife. I love it. So for those of you who never seen that knife, it's Victorinox Signature. The fifth knife is the Opinel No. 6. Any of y'all who are into the knife communities, you've seen the knives that I'm showing you, but this is more for someone who's maybe new to knives. This is a video that I wish I had seen before I first wanted to buy my knives, but before I kind of learned which brands are good and which knives of which brands are good. So that's why I'm making this video, for those of you who are curious. But this is made in France. So for those of you who like French stuff, you know, this is a good knife for you. Maybe. But this is the Opinel No. 6. This is a great knife. This is a knife that sits. Excuse me. Part of the reason I was not making videos recently is because I'm recovering from pneumonia. So sorry for coughing. I'm going to be coughing occasionally. There's a full flat ground blade shape, or not blade shape, but grind on this knife, which means that it's very good at cutting. It's not necessarily as thick as some of the other knives, so not as strong, but great for cutting through things. It's just what you need for, you know, cutting open like the packages or stuff in the mail, or those darn plastic things that seem indestructible if you don't have a knife. So this is the kind of things that, you know, you might not necessarily know that you need a knife, but you know, if you have one, you're going to be using it all the time. You can take my word for that. The way that this locks up is a little bit different. You can do that just by twisting this little thing around his neck. So whenever this lines up, it's hard to keep everything in focus, but so it'll close like that, right? But if you move the thing around the neck, then it won't close. See how that works? You can also, whenever you close it, move it as well so that it doesn't open. So for those of you who are concerned about a knife opening in your pocket, you don't have to worry about that. Now, so those are the 5 that I recommend, but there are a couple bonus knives that I got for you as well. For those of you who maybe want something that's a fixed blade. So there's a couple of fixed blade knives that I got for you. For you that want to carry a fixed blade knife, like maybe under your shirt, I have this knife, and this is the CRKT Minimalist. Nice little kydex sheath right here. Really great lockup. Locks up in there real nice. No rattle at all. You just use your thumb and real easy to take out. The ergonomics on this are great. I mean, it just melts in your hand. I have medium size. I wear medium size gloves, and this knife is amazing. As far as the ergonomics go, nice jimping here on the spine, which, you know, makes it real easy to grip. Like I said, on some of the other knives, they're great to purchase. And the blade shape of this, you know, it's got a nice little tip here, so you can, you know, if you want to, you know, cut through something using the tip. Sometimes you want to do it, even if you're opening mail. And if you're in the great outdoors, this would be a good knife for like skinning or whatnot, because it just, the blade shape is really good on this. What else did it do? It is a full tang. So this knife, or fixed blade knives, are better as far as their strength is concerned, than a folding knife, because a folding knife you have to worry about the locking mechanism failing if you use it too hard. You don't have to do that. You don't have to worry about that with a fixed blade knife. It has a little bit of a lanyard right here attached to it, which gives you a little bit of extra grip without it bothering you as it's laying. You know, if it's underneath your shirt, it's not really going to bother you very much. It's less than 2 ounces as well. So I think I talked about this knife enough. Great knife. I often forget that I'm wearing it. In fact, I kind of forgot while I was making this video that I even had it on. I wear the Azula by Essie neck knife a lot, and that one I usually don't forget that I'm wearing it, even though I'm used to it. This knife is not that same way. I'll forget that I'm wearing it. The last knife for your consideration. This is another fixed blade knife. This is the Mora knife, and Mora makes a lot of different knives, but this is the Mora fire steel knife. I don't know the exact name for it. This one was the CRKT Minimalist. I don't know if I said that. Like I said, all this will be in the description box below. But this knife, a lot of Moras, they are around $15, which is half of the price of a lot of these knives, which are around $30, like I said. The Opinel, the one from France, is also around $15. I forgot to mention that. But this knife is $30 because it has little fire steel. So maybe that's worth an extra, amount of money to you. Maybe it's not. But I like it. I like having fire and a knife at the same time. And for those of you who are really into survivalism, kind of like I am, you want to be Les Stroud or a dual survival person one day. Not really. I don't want to be on the shows. But for those of you who appreciate those kind of things, you can also add paracord to it. This is 3 feet of paracord. This little paracord key fob. I'll put a link where I got this from. A retired Marine makes these. I'll put a link in the description box. But it's 3 feet, and then it has either 5 or 7 strands. I don't remember what his have, but multiply that by 3. You tie the strings together, and now you have a way of providing shelter, or a way of fishing. There's a lot of different things that you can do with cordage, fire, and a knife. And also, just to make it easier to start a fire, I've got a live fire fire tinder on this as well. So it just makes it real easy. And the ergonomics on this is really good as far as like the sheath is concerned. Has a great lockup. I don't know what to say. Really grippy handle. You can just clip this to your pocket, to the outside of your pocket if you want. If you don't, or you can just clip it to your belt. I mean, very versatile knife. That's why this is in the category. Same with the Swiss Army knife that I used, that I have in my video. The Swiss Army knife, the Signature. So anyways, that's a video of the knives that I think are the best everyday carry budget knives. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate you tuning in and seeing what I have to say on what I think the top budget knives are out there. Really wish I would have watched a video like this before I went out and started spending money on knives. It would have saved me from buying some really crappy knives. So I hope you learned something, or at least added to your knowledge of, or maybe just reinforced maybe what you thought if you're into knives. But these are all knives that a knife guy is going to tell you that he can't deny that these are great knives. Maybe someone else, maybe another YouTuber, or maybe another guy, not gun expert, but knife expert, might recommend different knives, but that's everyone's preference, and everyone has different preference. But none of them can deny that the knife that I showed you today are great knives for your dollar. They have a really good value, these knives do. So if you guys have recommendations, please leave them in the comment box below. I know that there are other good knives out there. So for those of you who are shopping, check out the comment section to see what other people are recommending. Check out other people's videos. I'm going to leave links for these items that I included, as well as other videos that kind of prove what I'm trying to say here. Sorry for the noise outside if you can hear that. But anyways, hopefully this video was beneficial for you. I enjoy making these types of videos. If you'd like to see more knife videos, just let me know. I'm going to be doing a flashlight video pretty soon as well as that survival kit video I was talking about. Anyways, guys, y'all stay safe out there, and remember, it pays to be prepared. Take care. God bless.